Hey, folks, there's lots of stuff going on in the news feed this week. We've got the border wide open. We've got the DOJ and the FBI being whistleblowed on by several people in the House today in front of the Judiciary Committee, and the Democrats are throwing a fit. And we've got Carrie Lake in her day two of her filing against the people picking process in the 2022. I won't get into that too much, but I can say that it looks like the signature verification time frame, how long it took them to verify each signature, is the thing that has come into question at this point because of the fact that some people were doing it in an expedited fashion, meaning thousands and thousands of verifications in just record-breaking time. I'll leave it at that, being over here on CommieTube. I'll leave you a link in the description below if you want to check out the live feed. It's a Right Side Broadcasting Network live feed of the hearing that went on today. Actually, a couple of days from now, when we get to a point there's actually some resolution, I will bring you a story about that. But right now, it's too early to tell. We're just basically getting depositions and things at this point, and let me just say, it is coming out, and the information is actually being discussed, and that is more than I've seen in any other court case. So I'm happy for that alone. Got to keep our fingers crossed for our favorite, hopefully soon to be governor, Carrie Lake. Now, there has been a lot of things going on behind the scenes with the Department of Justice and the FBI. They are allegedly intimidating whistleblowers several different ways. And this one guy, Marcus Allen, they went after him. Stupid Democrats, I hate to say it, but idiot Democrats, and the FBI are just trying not to deal with the current problem at hand. They got people that actually work for the FBI blowing the whistle, not one, not two, but several of them in front of the House Judiciary Committee today, and it was a barn burner of information. And it's obvious the Democrats do not want the truth coming out, and they even went to some shitty tactics as far as trying to stop people, trying to do a little smear tactic in advance to discredit these people that are doing the tell-all. Now, this here is this is actually going to be a little bit of a long video. I'll give you several different clips and a couple links in the description below so you can get full versions of the article. But there is probably 15 or 20 minutes footage of really good information that come out of this hearing today in the House. Now, this here is Jim Jordan arguing with this crazy lady. I won't explain it to you. I'll just get right into it, and you tell me what you think. Talking about the definition of a whistleblower.
The minority that we would need to use to prepare for.
When it comes to whistleblowers, you're not. And I would just remind the committee, remind everyone. Look, when it comes to whistleblowers, you are not.
That's not right.
It's shocking that the gentleman.
That's not right.
It's shocking that the gentleman.
You talk so much about the whistleblower and the impeachment.
It's shocking that the gentleman from New York
all of the information we had.
When you were part of an investigation with an anonymous whistleblower.
We have.
Chairman, these individuals
Mr. Chairman, I
haven't been
can't
declared
hear
whistleblowers.
5 people at once. Could we have regular order?
Mr. Chairman,
Chair recognizes it's.
I'm inquiring, and I was not.
And I've told you that when it comes to whistleblowers, you are not entitled to it. That's at
These
the discretion of Mr. Allen.
Mr. Chairman, these individuals.
Well, these Democrats are in full-blown panic. They do not want to hear the testimony of these whistleblowers. They don't even want to call them whistleblowers, and they want to discredit them any way possible. And I'll show you that before the end of the video. Another Democrat, a purple-haired Democrat, makes a huge mistake by trying to identify this guy as some Twitter handle that wasn't his. She ain't trying to hear it, but I won't spoil it for you. Let's go ahead and get back into Jim Jordan bickering with Mrs. Schultz.
Have been determined not to be whistleblowers. These are not whistleblowers. They've been determined by the agency not to be whistleblowers. Are you deciding that they're whistleblowers?
So the FBI, there's got whistleblowers coming out of the FBI talking about the FBI's actions, like going after the J6ers and politicizing so many things in this country and going after the parents at school board meetings. All this information was coming out today, and the Democrats did not want to hear it. And so they're going to play semantic games about the word whistleblower and several other things. They are doing their best to try to discredit the situation. Now, if the FBI doesn't want to call the people that are ratting on them a whistleblower, That's just a matter of semantics. It's still somebody doing a tell-all. I don't care if you call him a whistleblower or a handyman. The truth of the matter is, these folks are telling it, and I just love to see it. There is tons of this stuff out there today. Forbes has got tons of it over there. So does Right Side Broadcasting Network, and here on this channel as well. I play you several minutes of some bickering going on today.
Yes, the law decides. Did you not listen to Mr. Levitt's testimony? Did you not read the law? The law decides that they are whistleblowers.
His attorney
the chair recognizes the gentlelady from New York. The gentlelady from New York has been recognized.
The law.
All I can say about these whistleblowers is, folks, these folks are very brave individuals. They are putting up with intimidation, threats, shitty tactics by the FBI, being discredited, and even being gone after on a legal stance, including taking away some of these people's security clearance for just telling the truth about what is going on behind closed doors with the FBI, including this guy, Mr. O'Boyle. He tells it all, and I must say, this is a brave man in order to stand up and take the FBI on. This whistleblower business is a scary business for these folks. They're literally having to be protected at this point because the FBI does not want to be exposed for what's really going on at this point in time with all this weaponization.
I'm sad, I'm disappointed, and I'm angry that I have to be here to testify about the weaponization of the FBI and DOJ. Weaponization against not only its own employees, but against those institutions and individuals that are supposed to protect the American people. I'm here today because even though I am wrongfully suspended from the FBI, I remain duty-bound to the American people to play my small role in rectifying these issues. After all, I never swore an oath to the FBI. I swore an oath to the Constitution.
There it is.
I've served my nation and community my entire adult life.
This guy here, Mr. O'Boyle, he is a veteran. He served in 2 wars. He's a police officer, became an FBI agent, and went to work for the FBI and realized just how bad it was. And he said he swore an oath to the Constitution, not the FBI. Therefore, he is standing up and going to make sure his voice is heard. Going to make sure this gets out, the information that he can blow the whistle on. I love it. I love it. I'm glad to see this guy has got the cojones to do just this thing. It really takes a brave individual to take on the FBI at this point, and there's no doubt about it, because they're not just out to make you look bad. They're out to destroy you. And he says that very thing at the end of the speech. So stick around, folks.
And was selected for an FBI SWAT team. I also volunteered for, tried out for, and was selected for a new unit the FBI created. I also received an award for my work on an anti-abortion extremism case. I've been smeared as a malcontent and subpar FBI employee. This smear stands in stark contrast to my life in public service. This smear campaign, disgusting as it is unsurprising. Despite our oath to uphold the Constitution, too many in the FBI aren't willing to sacrifice for the hard right over the easy wrong. They see what becomes of whistleblowers, how the FBI destroys their careers, suspends them under false pretenses, takes their security clearances and pay with no true options for real recourse or remedy.
The FBI is showing their fangs. The weaponization is clear and present today in the House.
It creates an Orwellian atmosphere that silences opposition and discussion. We know what is right to do, yet we too often refuse to do what is right because of the difficulty and suffering it incurs. I couldn't knowingly continue on this path silently without speaking out against the weaponization I witnessed, even if it meant losing my job, my career, my livelihood, my family's home, and now my anonymity. It's up to members of this committee, current and former FBI employees, and indeed all Americans, to ensure that the weaponization of our own government against the people comes to an end, no matter the personal cost. As James Madison prudently opined, in framing a government which is to be administered by men over men, the great difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place, oblige it to control itself. The safeguards currently in place at the FBI are clearly inadequate and must be reworked to protect whistleblowers and others who are inappropriately targeted. The FBI can extract whatever they want from me. I'm willing to bear that burden. I've sworn to defend this country from enemies, both foreign and domestic, even if that means sacrificing my life. I've lived that oath out since first enlisting in the Army, consistently saying, "Here am I, send me." My oath, however, did not include sacrificing the hopes, dreams, and livelihood of my family, my strong, beautiful, and courageous wife, and our 4 sweet and beautiful daughters who have endured this process along with me. In weaponized fashion, the FBI allowed me to accept orders to a new position halfway across the country. They allowed us to sell my family's home. They ordered me to report to the new unit when our youngest daughter was 2 weeks old. Then, on my first day on the new assignment, they suspended me, rendering my family homeless. They refused to release our goods, including our clothes, for weeks. All I wanted to do was serve my country by stopping bad guys and protecting the innocent. To my chagrin, bad guys have begun running parts of the government, making it difficult to continue to serve this nation and protect the innocent. But I, for one, will never stop trying, and I'll never forget my oath. Thank you.
Thank God for people like this guy here. My heart goes out to this guy and the other whistleblowers that were there today, and the rest of the whistleblowers that will be coming forward in the future. Looks like they're not going to dissuade some people from standing bold in the gap and telling the truth, because this stuff has got to come out. The truth has got to be exposed. Now, let me go ahead and jump into another article real quick for you folks. This is a little more of the craziness that went on today. If you want to watch some of these hearings, folks, there's tons of this stuff out there. The best place I found to find that stuff is over on Forbes. You can actually watch the full hearing over on Forbes. Anytime there's a House or a Senate hearing, most of the time it ends up over on Forbes over here on YouTube. All right, folks, that's all I got for you. There's lots of crazy crap going on today, but I'll leave it at that, just so this thing is not 25 minutes long, but it has definitely been a crazy week. I'm ready for these impeachments, indictments, and imprisonments myself. That's the things I want to talk about. It may be 2024 before we can actually get a lot of this stuff done, but we can definitely get them on the chopping block with the impeachment proceedings, getting them started. So that way, when 2024 comes around, we can get Trump in there and pull that apprentice move. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. I love it. I love it. Like, subscribe, and share to Vote Patriots. Hope you enjoyed. Over and out.